At Dow, we're working with partners around the world to create change, to develop circular solutions that help us have local impact and meet our global vision. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by Gonzalo Roque from the Latin America Recycling Program at Fundación Avina, or as we would say in the US, the Avina Foundation. Avina works to create significant alliances that enable a better future for both people and planet. I'm Jeff Wooster, Global Sustainability Director at Dow, and you're watching Looped In, a conversation series about unlocking the power of the circular economy. Welcome, Gonzalo. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I understand you're joining from your home country of Argentina in Latin America. Could you tell us a little bit about the challenges that you're seeing right now in Latin America, specifically as related to waste management and to sustainability in general?
Cities in our region spend up to 40% of their budget in collecting waste and disposing. So it's maybe the most expensive topic of the public public budget, and only 2% of our cities have formal recycling programs. So you can see a very complex scenario landscape. And to complete that, there's the social aspect, which is closely related to waste management. In Latin America, around 2 million people get their livelihoods from informally recovering materials and selling it to the industry. They represent more than 50% of the material that is effectively recycled in our region, but they work in the worst possible conditions, with exploitation, without recognition, without proper income. So we see this last fact as both a problem, a huge problem due to the conditions in which they work, but also an opportunity. And we designed a strategy in order to address both the environmental aspects and the social aspects that I just explained. I have to say, actually, we didn't approach the recycling agenda from an environmental perspective. We approached it from a social perspective. We observed that in our region there were a lot of people in our cities, poor people living from the waste, and we thought something should be done for them, for their situation. And once we approach the agenda, we start working with them. We start generating alliances and bonds with the emerging leaderships. We understood that the strategy shouldn't be what to do for them, but what we could do with them in order to address the bigger problem, which is the environmental crisis related to waste management. And then that was a process, of course, and we could create this inclusive recycling strategy that we share with you, and which aims to have both social and environmental impact through a strategy that connects companies, governments, public policies, strengthening the whole value chain, strengthening collection, increasing the demand of material, generating knowledge that supports all these. We have a really comprehensive strategy that is materialized in Latitude R, the platform that we share with you and other actors, other companies, and the IDB. And that strategy aims to generate systemic impact and to change forever, and in a resilient and scale-up way, to change the way we relate with waste in Latin America to a circular and inclusive model. So that's what we are working for, and that's the mission and the vision we share with you in the platform.
That's fantastic. I'm really excited to hear about the work that Avina is doing. I think it's fantastic that you're considering how the people work together with these solutions to improve the environment and to drive economic benefits for everybody. And we know that collaboration is absolutely essential in order to driving progress, to make sure that economic recovery and environmental sustainability can go hand in hand. We also know that no single organization is going to be able to make the change that we need to create a sustainable society. That's why at Dow, we're so strongly focused on the types of partnerships like the one that we have with Avina that allows us to work with lots of different organizations, lots of different companies, with government entities, with others, in order to create the solutions that we need. We need this continued partnership across both the public and private sectors in order to expand the solutions that we're offering to the marketplace for recycling and for all kinds of sustainability improvements. Gonzalo, we know that collaboration is your superpower at Avina. Can you kind of tell us what approach you take and what solutions and resources Avina offers in helping to solve these problems?
Well, Avina has been stating that we promote sustainable development models all around the continent, and from Latin America to the world. We see ourselves as a global South organization, because for us, sustainable development is not only an arrival point. It's how you do it. It's a path. It's a way to go, and that model is what we call CollaborAction, which I want to say is not the general idea of being with others, of collaborating. It's much more than that. It's an intervention strategy that combines different elements, which, in our opinion, if are present and working together, make possible to generate systemic and resilient impact. For example, when we work together, the first project that we developed together between Avina and DAO was Recycling for a Change. That was this project in the state of São Paulo to strengthen cooperatives for them to be able to provide post-consumption polyethylene to the industry, to the recycling unit that you were setting up. And if you analyze that project, it includes all these elements that I mentioned. It included the correct social capital, working with local actors. It included a common vision, what we wanted to do, what we wanted to achieve. It included a concrete agenda of impact, and also a lot of work in both innovation and incidents. So we understand that is present also at the same time in the regional level with the strategy that the platform has, but also in every action that we develop and that we concrete. So that's the way we believe collaboration makes possible to generate systemic impact, and we expect to continue learning and fine-tuning that model, that intervention model.
Gonzalo, tell us how the pandemic has changed your approach.
Well, the pandemic put us in a really different situation. It affected profoundly the work of waste pickers and the recycling industry. We have some facts that shows that, for example, in Argentina, activity plummeted to a third of what it was before the pandemic. But also, we understood we needed to act really fast in order to take care of the people that we're working on and the impact we achieved together. Because the risk was that after the pandemic, there was nothing left to rebuild. So and frankly, it was really important to have Latitude Art as a collaboration platform, which allow us to respond very quickly. It would have been much more difficult to respond to the pandemic if we haven't had the platform as a collective governance and a collaboration space to act really fast and to provide resources to the field that helped people to go through this very difficult situation.
Your results so far are certainly inspiring. I know we have a lot more work to do, but I'm really inspired by everything that you've achieved so far. Hearing these results really gives me hope and optimism that we will be able to create a truly inclusive circular economy that, at the same time as it provides economic benefits, also provides environmental benefits and solves the waste problem that we're all facing once and for all. Initiatives that are supporting the workers, I think, are so important. It's about the people. And people's efforts are truly at the heartbeat of the circular economy. So I really applaud Avina for the work that you and your partners are doing to make sure that we remember that people are what will drive the circular economy going forward. With the scalable impacts that you've already made sort of at the front of our minds, what gives you hope about the future of sustainability and our ability to solve some of these big societal problems that we face, Gonzalo? Let us know what you think about this.
We still have a situation in which require actual and effective solutions for people that are already working and for people that are already being suppliers of the industry. That is the reality, and that is the situation in which we operate. And what gives me hope is that I see that more and more different actors are understanding this. And I want to put some examples. There are global organizations, very important ones, very significant, such as International Solid Waste Association, ISWA, or sanitary associations like AIDIS, which is that is a Spanish acronym. Those organizations, a few years ago, their vision was that waste was a problem of infrastructure and technology, and that inclusive recycling was completely out of the question and a social aspect that should be attacked or by governments or foundations. Now they changed it. They shifted the narrative. They say that they are convinced that inclusive waste speakers and formalized waste speakers can be part and are part of the solution for a better management of waste. So that gives us hope. We've been trying to change the minds and hearts of decision makers, public, private, but we need to also talk to the public, to the consumers. They have a very important role in the whole shared responsibility value chain, and we are developing strategies for that, communication campaigns, innovations such as apps that people can use or other things that we are exploring. And all this, there are a few more, but all of these innovations make us believe that the impact that we already achieved should increase significantly in the coming years. And we hope, we know we will work together for that, and with the other partners and new partners that we can invite and attract to the platform.
Implementing truly innovative recycling solutions, things that are new, things that are different, things that are better, like the work that Fundación Avina is doing, is going to require some long-term thinking, plus the imagination, creativity, and persistence in order to drive those things home and really achieve meaningful and lasting and truly sustainable results. So I'm really excited about the work that you are doing, Gonzalo. Thank you for all of that. Putting your blueprint into practice across Latin America and maybe across other regions of the world is really going to empower people to figure out the right ways to collect materials, to design products for circularity so that they can be put back into those new uses and applications that are so important, and to create solutions across the entire value chain for how we use, create, and collect and reuse our products. So with that in mind, muchas gracias. Thank you very much, Gonzalo, for joining us today. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We're happy to have you here. Be sure to check out our other episodes with companies like Suntory, Kraft Heinz, and many, many others. We are happy to have you join us. You can find us online at dow.com/loopedin. I'm your host, Jeff Wooster. This has been Looped In, a conversation series talking about unlocking the power of the circular economy. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, bye-bye.